watching some stuff. Apparently, the KKK were handing out recruitment. What is this called? Business cards and Halloween candy this year in Mechanicsville, wherever the fuck that is. Mechanicsville, you can expect it's gonna be a fucking KKK thing. Look at the name of this shit, man. Some of the names of this shit just give it away. What's going on? If you actually look at it, I mean, the Bible says a good name is better than fine gold. Now, a good name, like, you can trust this person because they've brought honor to their family. This is a person you can trust. That starts to breed a problem of trust, because we all want to just live our lives, right? That's the goal. Not to bow down to America, not to bow down to France or Russia or anything like that, not to bow down to anybody else, but to, like, your government's got this. Food, you got it. House, you got it. Anyone kind of rob you, you got it. We got covered. If I get sick and it's something that the doctors can fix, we got this. You know what I mean? That's the goal of government. That should be the goal of all governments. That your life, continue your life without any interference from us, and it still ends up the life you would like to live. The problem is that America started guaranteeing, money back guaranteeing a positive result if you just invest in America. Emotionally, spiritually, financially. If you invest in America, now if you financially invest in America, the dreams will come true. If you invest mentally, well, if you invest 100% in America, it will come true. Um, but you need to give up everything. Any future of like a world beyond this planet, you give up that, and you live your life here on this earth. And that goes for any government or any planet, or any government or any country or anything like that. To live a good life here on earth is to say fuck the future and any possibility at immortality, aside from the credit, like Beethoven. If God is everything, that means he is currently experiencing the entirety of life from multiple points of view simultaneously. It's horrifying, because some of the choices he's made to live are wrong. You see what I'm saying? That's horrifying. If that doesn't horrify you, you're not thinking about it, you don't get it. That God chose a way for himself that was wrong. Intentionally. Let's say he likes the path. He didn't. Because you don't know what you know until you know it, do you? Do you? If you never try or never experiment, you never know that you like your nipples flicked, or chewed, or bitten, or any of that shit. Or, a little degradation. Whatever the fuck it is, I mean, people on a higher pedestal tend to like to be put on a lower one because everybody else does. You know what I mean? And there's this one person that will just subjugate the fuck out of them. Now, if it happens all the time, it's basically abuse. But if you're willing to play that role for each other, there's no harm in that. You're just getting some pent up energy out. That's all. But we've gotten to where we separate, don't we? We separate our intentions from our reactions, don't we? That's how we get the looky loos, the roadside glance stealers, the where they were craning their necks. God damn, I can't remember what it was. It's basically like when there's an accident on the side of the road. Look at all the wrecks, craning their necks. I can't remember what it was. It's an old punk song. I gotta find it. It's been forever since I heard that. But it's basically, we like to watch the wreck on the side of the road because we're not in it, but we get to look at all the mangled blood and bones and broken. Oh, it didn't happen to us, thank God. So we get reminded about the brutality of life while it stays over there. Now, I don't mind people that know their place. I love people that know their place because they're not taking any shit and they're not accepting anything else. I love that. That's fucking great. It means you're alive. It means you know your worth and you're paying attention to your own skin. You know what you're worth. You don't have to fucking tell anybody. Matter of fact, it's only when someone challenges that you even flex, isn't it? I love those people. Absolutely love them. Now, what I can't stand are the people that think they're that. They saw a movie, they saw a video, they watched a YouTube thing, they read an article that says, you want to get girls, ABC. And they're just running down the checklist, aren't they? They have no fucking real knowledge. If you want to be an alpha male, alphas do this every morning. First thing alpha males don't do every fucking morning is check the goddamn news to find out how they should be. As long as you're in a subordinate position like that, you are not an alpha. Matter of fact, if you're in that position and you're looking for other people to follow behind you, you're an alpha, possibly. That doesn't mean women want you. That means guys want to be like you. You get that, right? How many alphas actually have time for anybody besides themselves? There are women that want to fill that role. Not any women I want to be with. Not any woman I want to be with. I don't mind submitting, but but who doesn't like submission? It's a good position to be in if you know how to do it properly. Both. You want what you want? Submit. Want what you want? Submit. It seems weird, right? How can you get what you want by submitting? I have to enforce my will. No, you don't. You submit to the right person. Their will is to take care of your will. So your will becomes to take care of their will. So their will becomes to take care of your will. And therefore, it's a big cosmic cycle that just keeps refreshing itself and going forever. Your energy refreshes their energy refreshes your energy, and it's a working situation. Some people are dominant by nature and have no submissive, but I would guarantee that if they had what gave in from time to time, they would find the other person blossoming a lot and becoming a bigger, better person, including how to submit better, including yourself. Because if you've never been in a submissive position, how do you know what's good in that position? In a submissive, in a dominant position, whatever's good for you at the moment is good. So it doesn't cause any reflection or any long-term thought, does it? Great for a sexual fantasy that's going to last about 5 minutes. Yeah? Until that, and then you're done. But for it to continue going for a long time, it needs more substance. Fucking tablet. Maybe I need to get a tablet holder. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll buy a tablet holder or something like that. That can just prop this up. My legs aren't working very well. That's one. It's just capturing up my nose. Fuck it, it's going up my nose. Where are you going? That's where you're going, up my nose. Hope you like it. So, we're going where no one has ever gone before. Well, there's only been one doctor who looked up there to see if I had, any problems going on. He said I had deviated septum. You tell me. Here we go. Up the nose. So, the problem is that most people that are dominant aren't really dominant. They're actually scared. They're actually afraid. And this is the way they exhibit control. So they can have control, at least temporarily. And then what happens? Dominatrix relinquishes control when she goes back to whatever else she has to do in real life. There's not many dominatrixes that are dominatrixes outside of that area. We've learned to separate the two, haven't we? There's my sexual side, there's my social side. The people that blend the two, called being real in reality, have to develop a thick skin, a thick shell, because no one but the sleaziest of us wants to see that. The more innocent you look, the more broken they want you. We're dealing with demons. Yeah? You're not broken. I need you to be broken. But at the same time, I need you to stay pure. Because this is a fantasy for me. Yeah? It's got nothing to do with you. Right, but you can't evolve from this ideal I have of you because that changes our dynamic, and that changes dynamic. I don't know how to change me, okay? No. I've decided what's right and what's wrong. I've already decided that. Your input is not needed. We'll just keep going homogenous like this forever. And the milk won't spoil. And it won't decay. Everything will be perfect for me. Right? In God's case, he has no choice. He has no choice. He has no choice. It will be perfect for him. He just has to decide what perfect is. He can have anything. Yeah? God can have and do anything. What if right now we're just in a bit of indecision? He hasn't decided which way he could go. He could go either way. He could go lots of ways. And any way that God goes is right. As long as it works out for God. In the end, even if it destroys all of us and we all cry and weep, if he's back there smoking a cigar and laughing, then it worked out the way it's supposed to. And what can you do about it? Seriously, think about what could you do about it? We already complain about the few rainy days in our life. You know? Never mind the fact that it could be raining every day. There could be a flood coming through your house every day. You don't have time to think about, dear God, why is this happening? Because your life is surviving floods and hurricanes and natural disasters nonstop. That could be your life. No joy, no picnics, no downtime that you don't appreciate, no dull time to just think about things that you don't use. You fill it with ideas from the TV. Not even researching new ideas, just ideas you believe in already. Like really understanding the Civil War from the winner's side. That's the way to go. No reason to study the loser's side. No, there's a reason to study the loser's side. Not to convert, not to change your mind, but to understand what caused the breakdown to begin with. Duh. War is the answer, the final. Violence is the final answer. You understand? Violence is never the answer. No, violence is the final answer. I learned that recently. Coming to calm grips with myself. Might have been a year or two ago. I got a lot of anger inside. And so when people challenge that, I tend to respond, I won't say violently, but I size someone up and I just go ahead and get to the end. You see what I'm saying? I size people up and I just jump to the end. Okay, you're probably very American, so that means there's not going to be swaying you. The Native Americans are actually the owners of this country because you are actually benefiting from this country being blind to that truth that you know. Yeah, you know it. You're just pretending that the Native Americans don't have a right to be here. Okay, so that's going to ruin your entire. You're a Christian also by the cross, and so okay, you. This is going to ruin everything that you believe, or you're going to cling desperately to it and insist that I'm wrong. And then as I'm beating your ass, it will come to your mind that your God is not on your side and might be on my side, and or my God's dick is bigger than your God. Because God says, my God says, there are no gods before or after him. That doesn't mean there's not any current other lowercase g gods. When does it say that? It says there was none before and none after, but you guys jumped to the conclusion, didn't you? That he's been to the end and he saw that he makes it out by himself, which means in the end, like I said, if it's a more peaceful exchange and it gets to the end of reality or whatever the fuck it is, and they're like, guys, it's like 20 of us. Yeah, we're immortal. Yeah, that can't be true. Why? Because somebody here had to make us. One of us here is the strongest. If you're not going to say it, I'll go ahead and say it. And that's the only thing we haven't done. We've been alive for ever. And it won't be a real death. Whoever wins can bring back the other people if they're actually friends, right? Yeah. And we're all friends here. Yeah. Have a friendly game. Take you out one by one. We take each other out one by one. And there's only one standing. And whoever it is can bring us all back. And then just like before now, well, we don't even ask this question. Yeah, and then we just move to something like when the person starts going to that question, you just gotta pivot on to something else because you'll know where we're going. Yeah, okay. So let's do it. Hey guys, want to go get something to eat? Yeah, this is solved. Settled. And or wipe the entire fucking blackboard in one swoop. Therefore, I've got the fucking answer. Whoever is asking the question. I've already answered that question. I don't need your approval. I don't need to ask you shit. Everything here is made for me. I know because I made it. And I'm right where I want to be. Right to the time I want to be. Name the name I want to be. Personality I want to have. Everything. Skin I want to look like. Everything. Except this. This is all a bunch of shit, minus a few relics that I recognize. But most of it is wrong. Mainly because it doesn't waste enough time. You see what I'm saying? That was always my problem with future stuff. It doesn't waste enough time. With medieval, there's tons of time wasted. Even if I tell you the story and get out, because once I'm in that mindset, I start toying. See what I'm saying? I know castles, I know keeps, I know yonder and this, and I know old, you know what I mean? And I start playing in that area, and my mind starts wandering. Starts getting to the future, and everything starts getting kind of like why. I never really had a good future story, but I'm developing one. I'm working on one that's a good future story that will continue on and on and on and on and on and keep going. It's designed to keep going the way the medieval was supposed to keep going until it stops becoming medieval. The way the medieval would yield to enlightenment of man, which would yield to science, which yields to another form of magic. Yeah? The things we're doing now would be considered completely magical back to a medieval person. You just turn your fingers, snap your hands, whatever, and your internet connected lights turn on. You have a special little box that talks to you and tells you answers, almost like a scroll of knowledge. Sorry, a tablet of knowledge. So, if I hear you correctly, from my standpoint, you have somewhat of a book. It even has a cover, yeah. And you open the book, and the book becomes whatever you need it. It's a very simple way. It's not magic. It sounds fucking magical to me. I don't have any books that do that, aside from in my mind. Would you happen to have this book I could look at? Again, it's a tablet book. I don't care. Can I look at the scroll that you have? I must see this wisdom box. Phew. I win. Of what? Everyone dies of that now. They're gonna laugh at me? It was one of the worst times I've ever. I shit myself to death. A simple cure. What? You guys calm. You just fix the fever now. A fever is an instant death. People aren't isolated to special rooms when they have a fever. You just take medicine and go to work. Oh no, you would never go to work because you could give it to someone else. Are you a demon? Are you here to spread demons? Then why the fuck would you go to work? Money? What about your very life and soul? What would the Lord say? You don't believe in the Lord anymore. Right, you have the wisdom box. What would you need a Lord for? The Lord is a master that tells you what to do. And you don't need instruction. You have the wisdom box. Oh, the wisdom box is your God. I wouldn't put money. The power, if what's his power? If the electricity, you say, if it goes out, the more wisdom God. Shitty God. Terrible God. Terrible God. Mine makes the sunrise, the moon, the oceans, you and me. No, I don't have a wisdom box, but I mean, I hear him talk. Upon the wind, whatever God is, the wind, the animals running when I'm out there as a shepherd. You probably find my life very, very boring. Yours sounds very interesting. Dancing and nightclubs. Is that something you use at nighttime to bash a wolf? You bash a woman into submission and take her back to your house. Got you. The bar. A bar or a club. You'd use it to smash someone in the head and then drag them back to your lair. Right, 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 right. It's an efficient way. I mean, you could woo the woman. It's when you decide that you like a woman so much that you'd like to marry. You guys don't do marriage anymore? Yeah, that makes sense because you have the wisdom box, and then probably makes you think that you know every goddamn thing, so you wouldn't have to listen to your partner at all. Because if your partner corrected you, you just talk to your wisdom box and see if the wisdom box thinks that you're smart or not. And if the wisdom box says you're smart, then you don't listen to your partner and negating the fact of their entire humanness of seeing the world in a different perspective for your wisdom box that sees things the way you see it. It makes sense. You would need someone to navigate all that jargon, though. You do. Liars, lawyers. Okay, that makes sense. They sound very similar. There's a movie that makes that joke. Really? Lawyer, lawyer? Close? Cool. You know, three would be like in Shakespeare in the round. Lawyer, lawyer, lawyer. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Anon, anon, anon. I like theater in the round. Or pretending there's theater in the round. It's wonderful. I wouldn't want people back there. I can't see what you're doing back there. I don't like that. I mean, there's a bunch of heads popped up. I'm like, that creeped me the fuck out. Unless it's the two old guys from the Muppets, and they pop up, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "It's not fucking necessary, guys." And if they're up there on the shoulder back there on the counter, that would be awesome. With really shitty seats in the back. You call this theater in the round? It's theater in the half. He hasn't looked this way once. I'm glad. Oh, picture them. It does being the step parents of the Muppet Babies makes it really, really dark. You know what I mean? Makes it really fucking dark. Like I said, the grandma, the mom, the whatever, the lady that adopted them died, and they turned her house into the Muppet Show. And there's the stepdads that fucking didn't get any money. They're trying to cheap her out of money, and she's like, "No, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I'll give you the booty, but I'm not giving you the cash. That goes my kids. Well, they're like my kids. Sure, they're Muppets, but they need a home. You're not gonna put them up for no. We got a fucking frog and a pig over here fucking making a Yoda. You are not gonna have that shit in your house. I don't like it being in my house. They're Muppets. Scooter and Skeeter. Don't ask where Skeeter went, okay? Please. We don't like to talk about it. Scooter made it out. It's good. It's good. One of them made it out. They had a rough childhood. That's why he's always going to get stuff from people because he's just a people pleaser. And then Animal, one of the best drummers in the universe. I'm sure Dave Grohl would agree. In the universe, there's probably never been a cosmic force to laminate the percussions and the lambskins of wanton drum set, just low, lingering out there in the desert, waiting for usefulness to take it somewhere. And then Animal shows up. He's got a plan. Oh, he's taking this Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome into your goddamn living room. 72 times a week. Banging the fuck out of those drums. Buddy Rich. Many have tried to beat Animal. Many have died trying. They don't show those ones. The drummers just go away. Truth is, he eats them. Keeps the bone. Sight to see. Eating a whole man. But they signed the contract. It's a drum to the death. You know that going in facing Animal. If he likes you, you live. If you should lose. There's no benefit to winning, though, aside from the fame. It's like if you lose, he eats you. And if you win, you get to go free. You don't get a trophy. You don't get a t-shirt. You don't get your name in a book. You just get to walk away. That's romantic, if you ask me. That's the meaning of romance. You just get to walk away. Put your hands up and say, nicely done. I know. Not when I'm beaten, but when I've met my match. And God damn it, I respect you, so I have to leave you to eat people, but I am not the drummer for you to eat. I see you eating. Lots of drummers. Oh God, we gotta get you on camera immediately. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Animal. Look at that. Look at that bone necklace. Look at that crazy hair. Huh? Oh, we gotta put you on a drum set immediately. So I should have got started. A lot of people don't know that. It was a sideshow at first. It was just the guys, the Muppets, doing their corny jokes. And nobody gave a fuck. The real draw was watching Animal eat all those unprepared drummers like that. Sorry. Oh. Oh. Penis first. That's one way to eat them. Oh. It's gone. Yeah, it's just gone that quickly. And just like, bravo. They spit you and your drum set right out. The backside is pressed in a dookie for all time. For all mankind to look at in fear. That's what I realized. I'll never be good enough to take him on without getting eaten. So I need to have like indestructible insides or get a lot better on drums. I'm not getting any better on drums. So I started eating super glue about 5 years ago, and I'm about ready to fight that motherfucker. I see it. If I can patch myself together as fast as he can eat me, I'll tear him up from inside. And we will end this motherfucker in his drum reign. Someone has to. Buddy Rich. Beat him. He got to walk. drummer's not so lucky. I'm gonna walk out of that cage. Oh, I'm gonna lose hard, but I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna carry that fucker's skull when I do. And they're gonna look at me. And they're gonna fear. And they're gonna say, what the fuck? This motherfucker done learned some drums, some Robert Johnson drum shit. This motherfucker's gone crazy. He learned from some kind of evil force. Let's go anyways. Hopefully it goes that way. I mean, otherwise I ate a lot of super glue for no reason. And I kind of could use a poop. Yeah, and sensor kind of blocked it. So, Animal, you have my number. And, I'm going to hear back from you. And, I'm going to eat that fucking collar. And then I'll eat that fucking drum set. And then I'm going to eat Kermit. And Miss Piggy's all mine.